Hey goal setting superstars, I just wanted to do a quick video. Lots of people saying to me, where's Monday motivation? Where's Monday motivation? And thank you so much to all you lovely people that have asked very nicely and have pretty much begged, please bring it back, please bring it back. So I will be bringing it back. I've just got to settle a few things and it will be coming back in the middle of March. So yay, look forward to that. Monday motivation is coming back. But until then, I wanted to give you something to think about. And I've been spending a lot of time with my dad. We're going off on a cruise soon because that's his, he's not well, and he said, I want to do a family cruise. So we said, okay, Dad, sure, whatever you want, off we go. But I wanted to sit back and reflect and basically share with you the three biggest things he's taught me that I think has been instrumental in my success out in my dressage journey and getting to Grand Prix. So the first one that is very innate in his personality is it's a little bit of risk taking. So he's not, yeah, you should go out and take a lot of risks. He's not like that as well, but he's not risk averse. Because of his upbringing, he grew up in when he was young, there was a war going on and there was a lot going on, and survival became the number one priority. And when survival is your number one priority, I can only imagine, thank God, hopefully you and I and so many people in the world never have to go through that. But when survival is your number one priority, other priorities change, and you're always measuring, I guess, risk back to reward. So he's always encouraged me to not take huge risks, but to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit. And if you don't know all the answers, that's okay. And if you could fail, that's okay. And that's really, really useful. I'm very lucky he supported me in the early days of my dressage journey, but he never insisted that I win. He never said, Natasha, I'm spending all this money on lessons, I expect you to be a better rider. Or I've did all this, I entered this competition and you didn't win, that's not good enough. It was probably too much the other way. He didn't really care. He would come to the stables and he'd go up to a black horse. He'd be like, oh, hi Arbor. I'd be like, that's not Arbor, but that's okay. But that gave me the freedom. I didn't have any expectation. I didn't have any pressure from anyone else to do anything. It was just self-pressure, and I had a lot of pressure on myself going, I have to do well, I have to do well, I have to do well. But because it was driven by me, and I only had to answer to me when things didn't go well, I feel that was a huge gift that he gave me. Otherwise, I could have maybe dropped out of the sport because the pressure could have been too much and I would have been too down on myself when things didn't go well, as things tend to do when you're learning dressage. So the first one that I think you guys should do is just think about if the reward is good, or stepping out of your comfort zone is going to teach you something, then that's something you should consider, or that's something you should explore, because all learning and all success is found outside of your comfort zone. Okay, the second thing he taught me, and I don't know how it actually helps me in the dressage world, but it helps me to definitely be a sane person, is you can have anything in this world for a price. So he's never gone, you can't have that or you can't have that, but he's going, you can't have it all because there's always a sacrifice to be made. So I think that's really, really useful. Like, if even in the dressage world, if you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this, and he always went against it. I was like, I'm going to the Olympics, I'm going to the Olympics. I still tell him I'm going to the Olympics, and he still tells me, no, you're not. And that's because he thinks to be driven and to be focused on only one thing means that you miss out on other things. And he tells the story of a man he knew who was like, I'm going to be rich, 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 I'm going to be rich. And he kept saying that and kept saying that. And unfortunately, what happened is he lost his family in a car accident, and there was a life insurance payout, and the man was rich. And he's like, you've got to be careful what you wish for. And I'm a big believer in that too. You've got to be careful what you wish for. You've got to be careful how you phrase things, because I do believe in the woo-woo, that, what your intention you put out there comes back. But I think it's really important that you remember that it's not all that, like, if you do a bad dressage test, your house hasn't burned down, you haven't died, your family's still around, life's going to be okay. I have come home on a Sunday from such horrible dressage tests. I've had tears streaming down my face, just going, oh God, my life is over, oh my God. Just so devastated. And if any of you know me, on Sunday night is Mexican night. We always go around to Phil's parents, and it's like, okay, but now it's Mexican. And life's always good when it's Mexican. And then I remember just being so devastated, like literally felt like someone had stabbed me. I was gutted, had a horrible test, really felt I should give up. And then, you know, you turn on the news and there's an earthquake or there's a tsunami or, you know, one of those hideous events that have happened, and you just go, really? If the worst thing is you did a bad dressage test and you have a house and you have people that love you and you have the things that matter, I think you're doing okay. So that's really helped me lighten up about what happens out on the dressage arena and what happens in the competition arena. Going, at the end of the day, it's all just for fun. And when I remembered that and focused on that and went, yep, I want to do well, of course, and I want to win, of course, but the end focus is, you know, to enjoy every moment. So if it doesn't work out, I still enjoy it because I learned something, and it's kind of funny when it totally bombs. And then I know it's not the most important thing in my life. I've still got my kids, I've got my chocolate, I've got Mexican, and I've got so many other wonderful things that are more important than that. The third thing he taught me was not to judge, not to jump to conclusions. So I think, again, because of his upbringing and because of everything that happened when he was young, he's very much think for yourself. Don't be led by what others think. You've really got to think for yourself and make your own decision about what's right and wrong for you. And then to stand by that and to live by that, and don't feel that, you know, you shouldn't or you couldn't have that opinion. So when I translate that into the dressage world and the dressage arena, I had millions of people say I couldn't take a Friesian to Grand Prix. I had millions of people go, I can't believe you're doing this, your horse is crap. Millions of people say your horse will never learn ones, your horse will never do this, your horse will never learn that. And his strength of, it doesn't matter what external world thinks, all that matters is what you think, really helped me bring. You know, I was the first person in Australasia to bring a Friesian to Grand Prix. So I think that helped me with my conviction and my belief of it really doesn't matter what you all think. All that matters is what I think, and if I believe it, then it can come true. Is really, really important. And I think that's really important for you. You've got to believe in you and your horse. Even if you're riding a little donkey, you know, I think it's a Facebook meme, you're riding a little pony, but in your head you see yourself riding Valegro and you look like Charlotte, even though you don't look like that obviously on your pony. And when you have that high opinion of yourself, when you have this belief of, you know, I've got this, even though the rest of the world is like, you're on a pony, there's no way you could ever do it. Firstly, you're going to really enjoy it. Like, I had a blast taking Alba to Grand Prix, and I guess a little part of me likes proving people wrong, but it was really about my self-journey and my self-mastery and him and I in this journey together, which I think is one of the most important things about dressage. It's having that partnership with your horse and having that beautiful communication and having that fun. So if you enjoyed that video and you'd like to know more about Hans, which is my father's name, he actually came and hung out with my goal setting posse and shared his secrets to success and what he believed was really, really important. So I would love to give you guys that video for free, just as a bonus to you guys, because I believe he has a lot of cool stuff to say. He's 82, and anyone who's been on this planet 82 years and gone through what he went through with the war and being, he came to Australia as an immigrant, couldn't speak a word of English, couldn't do anything, had no skills. He was a good gambler. That was about all his skills that he had, and he created a great life for himself and my mother, and obviously then his children. So I think he's got a really interesting story to tell, so I'd love to give that to you for free. Just click on the link below and fill out your name and email, and I'll send that to you and you can enjoy it. So enjoy, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.